Hello. If you're having trouble with your Google Voice and your Obi device, especially the series 100 and 110, I'm here to show you how to fix it. Stay tuned. Hello, my name is Derrick, and welcome to Hindsight 101, where you're learning about things that will help you in everyday life. Now, first and foremost, let's get this out of the way. If you don't want to hear a little bit of a backstory or why you're having this issue, then just check the show notes below, and you can skip ahead to actually how you configure it and fix it. Now, let's get on with it. First, if you're having issues connecting your Google Voice and your Obi device together because it's giving you an error, there could be one possible solution. Now, if you have a Series 200 or above, the easy fix is just a firmware update. If you have a 100 or 110, unfortunately, it's end of life. End of life basically means they're not supporting it anymore, so they won't give any more firmware updates. Now, why is this happening? Well, basically, without getting too technical, Google made a change. And because Google made a change, it kind of put Obi out of whack. And Obi needs an update to make sure they sync up now. So for any of your 200 and above series, they'll still do firmware updates. For us, who have the 100 or the 110, that's end of life and they're not doing any more firmware updates, you have a couple options. You can either find an alternative, buy a new device, a 200 or above, or you need to find an alternative solution. And I'm here to help you out with that. There's this website that will actually take the change that Google made and configure it into something Obi will understand. Good thing is there is an alternative solution. And what that is, basically, Google made the change. You need something to translate Google's change into something Obi will understand, since it won't do a firmware update for the Series 100 or 110. What you can do with that, or pretty much any other series above, if you don't want to do the free firmware update, is you can pay $6. There's this company, Cinematic Telephone, that will actually do that for you. It costs you $6, but when you compare it to the price of a new piece of hardware that could cost you around $40, it's not that bad. What it'll do, like I said, is it'll translate what the Google change into something the Obi can understand. But just remember, when you have a third party in the mix, something can always go wrong. So at least if I get a good year out of this, I'm happy. If it goes longer than that, I'm ecstatic. But no, Google will always make changes, and they don't always have to let Obi know. So this is probably going to happen again. So you have to kind of decide on your own, is it worth buying a new system, or is it worth buying a new piece of hardware, or is it just better to pay the $6 and see how long it'll last? For me, it's a backup phone, so I'd rather pay the $6. But if this is your main home phone, you may want to get a new device, and maybe one that's not the 200 series, but above that, because eventually the 200 series has been around a while too, and they'll be end of life maybe in a couple years. So you might want to plan ahead and go a little bit higher model than that, but totally up to you. Now that I told you why you're getting that error, now I'm going to show you how to fix it. So let's go.
First, you're going to want to visit the forum on the Obi Talk website. This forum will give you an overview of why this issue is happening and how to fix it. I will link it in the show notes below. Next, you will go to the Simon Telephonics website. This will require you to sign in to your Google account that's associated with your Google Voice. Once you select the preferred account, you will be taken to a payment page where you have to pay a one-time $6 fee to use this service. When you log in, you will not need your Gmail password. Once you finish the PayPal payment page, you will be taken to this confirmation page that will provide you all the information that you will need once you log into the Obi dashboard. You will need these three things in order to complete your setup in Obi dashboard. Once you're on the Obi device confirmation page, you want to click the gear. The gear will take you to the Google Voice setup. You don't want to click setup now, you want to scroll to the bottom. The bottom, you will click next. A pop-up window will come up that you have to accept, stating that you understand Google Voice cannot be used for 911 calls. Once on the next page, you need to select provider. Select generic service provider. The information from the Simon Telephonics confirmation page will be used to fill in the blanks on this page. Make sure to fill in any blank section that's not blurred out exactly as you see here. So the configuration name, select phone 1 and phone 1. You can leave the area code blank. You do not have to check the 911 box. The service provider and the outbound proxy server will be the same. The service provider proxy server port and outbound proxy server port will be the same. Then enter your username and password from the Simon Telephonics confirmation page. URL can be blank, then click Save. Then you will go to the device confirmation page, and you should see there, Registered, and you're good to go to make phone calls. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it.